Okay. Be just about ready to go here. Welcome on in. See if we get a record for the live stream on the channel tonight. That'd be kind of cool. OG Scourge of War fans, see if we turn out tonight, huh? All right. We'll go ahead and we'll dive into it. This is one that'll require maybe just a little bit of walk-up. There's been a lot of excitement, certainly on my end, for sure. Hello, YouTube fans, friends, new recruits, and veterans to the channel. Welcome back in to a favorite, one of the OG games for the channel. It's Scourge of War, Gettysburg Remastered. Thank you for joining me. I'm your humble and gracious player host, Bank60s. It's It's great to have you here once again. Thank you. Those who are fans of the channel, do please go ahead and do me the favor, click that thumbs up button for me. I appreciate you. It's a big night tonight. We've got third day Gettysburg to get through, some more. We've already played on the Union side. Tonight, it is the big kahuna. GB 17, July 3, high water, as none other than Pickett's division. We've got a 1-hour scenario for you tonight. Unfortunately, we don't get to play or control the artillery. So they're placing you in an entirely historical scenario where things didn't occur the way that perhaps they should have. I'll go over again just a little bit of context in one day what I would love to try to do, which is to take on Pickett's charge from the Confederate perspective with an ability to actually be able to control perhaps the artillery from maybe there's an alternate history scenario where you launch the infantry an hour earlier at around 2 p.m. instead of 3 p.m. like you see here in the game scenario. I think that would be really interesting to be able to do. You don't get to do that here in this Scourge of War setup. One of these days I can maybe dig into the files and figure out how to do that for myself. But the reason for that is something that I explained in our last playthrough when I was on the Union side as I kind of observed the attack beginning to fall apart at Cemetery Ridge, is that if the rebel artillery had been able to advance itself, rolling forward and itself being able to continue to punish anything that tried to come around the flanks of the Confederate push by the 12,000 or so infantrymen that made the charge, that things might have gone a little more according to General Lee's plan, at least temporarily. I think that it's safe to say that it would have been difficult for the Confederates to properly coordinate their left wing around Culp's Hill in coordination with the big punch at Cemetery Ridge. But I would say that was the idea. So we'll go back to something that I talked about in one of my earlier playthroughs when I was still working on some of the July 2nd stuff. And that is how what the entire struggle kind of boiled down to was Lee, once it was established that the Union had taken possession of Cemetery Hill, excuse me, cut that out, and had established a strong position there. The Confederates' main objective from that point forward was to figure out how to apply enough pressure on this flank and this flank simultaneously to pinch the Union forces enough to scare them down off of this hill and push them back, and then from there carry the field, essentially. This is on the third day of Gettysburg. This is Lee's next attempt at trying to do exactly that. The lines, the armies had effectively gotten smaller. They had lost quite a bit of men. The lines had kind of condensed a bit, certainly on the Confederate side. And Cemetery Ridge was indeed, not as strong as perhaps it could have been on the afternoon of July 3rd. As a matter of fact, in history, a war council happened late the night, July 2nd, where all the Union generals made a decision about whether or not they would go ahead and attack the Confederates, whether or not they believed it was time to retreat the army because it had been so badly battered, or whether or not they should stick on the defense and hold out. And the vote was overwhelmingly to stay on defense. Meade even suspected that the next attack would likely come toward the center of his line. So the Union forces were, or at least the high command anyway, anticipating a move toward this area. Still had to guard the flanks, and General Lee, just with his, as General James Longstreet put it, his blood up, and there was no stopping him. Lee had made the decision that Confederate troops were going to be able to make this charge. And I know what has been surmised is that it was doomed from the start. The more I've learned about it, I'm not so sure. But I'm interested to see how we're able to do just controlling the infantry here. If in the game we're able to actually win, I will be surprised, number one, but I'll be interested to see what folks think about that. I don't expect to win the scenario, but we'll see. There's one thing I was going to cover is just to make sure that you see beforehand the options we're going with. We're going to keep everything the same at aggressiveness of 3 and AI morale level of 1, no couriers, and Godcam. Glad we've got another one along on the stream. Thank you for joining in. Appreciate you for tuning in. You Scourge of War fans, you are the ones who were pretty much the ground level foundation of this whole effort. And so I'll try to make sure to take extra care to remember that and mention it when I am in future streams. Here are our options for the playthrough tonight as we get through Pickett's charge. But let's take a look at the detailed scenario itself once again. We're, of course, positioned at Seminary Ridge. It's overcast and hot July 3rd. This assault will be named after you, General Pickett, but you command only 1/3 of the rebels present. Will you break the Union center and gain glory for yourself and Virginia? Attack the center of the Federal line. So you see here, 7,000 points for a major victory. I'll be real interested to see what the victory location bears in terms of points per minute that we hold it, etc., etc. And for those that are not students of Gettysburg or students of the Civil War in general, here you have the Virginians under General George Pickett. By the way, I think did I call him George S. Pickett in my description? I'll have to go change that. Garnett's Brigade, Kemper's Brigade, Armistead's Brigade, all Virginians, solid troops across the board, decent. Now, one of the Civil War's great figures. We've got to read a little bit about General George Pickett right here. Commander, 2nd Division, 1st Corps, Army Northern Virginia. Pickett was born in Richmond, Virginia, the first of the 8 children of Robert and Mary Pickett, a prominent family of Old Virginia. He was the cousin of Confederate General Henry Heath. He went west to Springfield, Illinois to study law, but Pickett, at the age of 17, was appointed to the United States Military Academy, where he graduated at the bottom of his class. Pickett's division arrived at the Battle of Gettysburg on the evening of the second day, July 2nd, 1863. It had been delayed by the assignment of guarding the Confederate lines of communication through Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. After 2 days of heavy fighting, General Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia, which had initially driven the Union Army to the high ground south of Gettysburg, had been unable to dislodge the Union soldiers from their position. Lee's plan for July 3rd called for a massive assault on the center of the Union lines on Cemetery Ridge, calculating that attacks on either flank the previous 2 days had drawn troops from the center. He directed General Longstreet to assemble a force of 3 divisions for the attack, 2 exhausted divisions from the corps of Lieutenant General A.P. Hill, under Brigadier General Johnson Pettigrew and Major General Isaac Trimble, as well as Pickett's fresh division from Longstreet's own corps. Following a 2-hour artillery barrage that was meant to soften up the Union defenses, and again, that is where history doesn't quite, at least I think well-known history doesn't quite have it right. That artillery barrage was really only meant to last about a half hour. And then the troops were supposed to go forward with the guns on their flanks, keeping the flanks clear. But there you have. The 3 divisions stepped off across open fields almost a mile from Cemetery Ridge. Pickett inspired his men by shouting, "Up, men, and to your posts! Don't forget today that you are from Old Virginia!" Pickett's division, with the brigades of Lewis Armistead, Richard Garnett, and James Kemper, was on the right flank of the assault. It received punishing artillery fire and then volleys of massed musket fire as it approached its objective. Armistead's brigade made the furthest progress through the Union lines, Armistead mortally wounded, falling near the angle at what is now considered the high water mark of the Confederacy. Neither of the other 2 divisions, however, made comparable progress across the fields. Armistead's success was not reinforced, and his men were quickly cut down or captured. Well, 7,000 points for a major victory. Maybe we'll score a minor victory. We'll see what the eye test tells us, too, as we get through things here. Let's go. Whew. Whew. Excited about this one. Okay. General Pickett, I assume the nod from General Longstreet was the order to proceed. The enemy artillery to your front has been silenced, and I believe now is the time for the assault to begin. My ammunition to support you is nearly exhausted. That's Porter Alexander with the note to me, George Pickett, General Commanding. Okay. You can see all these troops lined up. You got some federal troops out here. Do we have guns that we have control of? We do not. There's Armistead, Kemper, Garnett. We have Pettigrew and Trimble moving off that side there. Do we have any of these guns? No. See, I'm very hopeful. And then, yeah, you have the remainder, I believe, of R.H. Anderson's division spreading out that way. Or is maybe that Wilcox? Yeah, okay. All right, fellers. You know what time it is. Garnett. Let's go ahead and move Garnett right up through here. Like that. Double line. All right. Kempa. I'm going to have him kind of form up initially on this farmhouse area. Double line. We'll let the troops go there in assault column. Like so. Stay brave, boys. Mars Lee's got a good plan here. Mars Robert. All right. Armistead. We're going to have him here. We'll get him in a regular battle line. Just would love it if I had control of just even these guns here. It looks pretty cool, the troops moving out like this, though. That's neat. Now, do you want to take a look here? All right, it's 200 points a minute that we hold it. We need 100 men there within 100 yards. Okay. Really neat how you can see the position of the rest of the army. Doles. So Rhodes division here. That's cool. Because you had Early and Johnson back this way. Okay, I'm going to take me and put me with the artillery right here. These guys. Let's do that. Unfortunately, over here, these troops are going to squeeze through the artillery line, kind of single file, it looks like, moving through these guys. They'll get slowed down a bit. With Armistead in the rear, moving up. That's a lot of rebels. Quite a view. All right, just so we don't get hit too bad by artillery. Let's get into line. Get into line. All across. And we will walk them all the way. I'm not going to I'm not going to wear him out going up here. What I'm thinking is that I'm going to treat Kershaw maybe as kind of more of a flank guard here, since the artillery can't roll up with us. And then really push with Garnett and Armistead right at the victory location. That may be a good move. Line. Again, for those... Oh. B. Dalton, you ever play with the Wisconsin Iron Brigade? They were tough as nails. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Go back and check out my playthrough of Scenario 3 here in this game. It's on the channel. It's in the playlist for Scourge of War Gettysburg, B. You would enjoy that. If you like the Iron Brigade. That's pretty cool looking right there. Garnett's brigade on the advance. Let's go, boys. No stopping and firing, right? Kemper's next. Armistead. Maybe some of the Federal artillery will shoot at Armistead. He's got a big brigade. Huge brigade, almost 2,000 men. Kind of like with Barksdale on day 2 going for the Peach Orchard. Barksdale's brigade was so darn big, it was almost as large as an entire Union division. So it could push quite a ways all by itself. So we'll lay his troops down for now. And then what I'll do is these guys, I'll take command of them, the 2 rightmost regiments. Garnett will make first contact in the center. And then I'll take the 3 leftmost regiments with Armistead. Oof. Ow. Here we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead. We're going to just have him move straight up there. Don't get on up there. Maybe Garnett can make an initial breakthrough, right? And then Armistead with the rest of his command get all the way to the Emmitsburg Road. Right? No. Okay, get him on the house. That works. So then the remainder of Armistead's brigade will link into Kemper. Okay, Kemper here. I'm going to take him off. I'm going to put him on a probe order for the time being. And then here we go. Whew. Feeling nervous. What I intend to do anyway is get up here with Garnett's troops We're going to take command of them, right? That will make sure they don't stop. And then here we have Kemper. He's going to come out this way with some of his troops. I'd say that's fine. We can drive off these Yankees and help clear the flank. I think what I want to do, though, is take command of these 2 units. Stop and stop. Lay down. Lay down and lay down there. Okay. And then these 2 regiments will form up. Come in behind here. The 2 regiments that I had of Armistead's taken control of earlier. And we'll basically try for kind of like 3 waves. 1, 2, and then 3. See if we can carry this off. Not stopping. We're not going to stop with Garnett. Not till he gets real good and close. All right, double time. Double time. Volley off the wall. Garnett. We ready? Slow it down to a walk. All right. Halt. Oof. Ah. Here we go. Ready to fire, boys? Ready to fire, goddammit. Oh my goodness. Volleys out. Charge. These boys will be behind. Ready to open up as the front line charges. Come on, boys. Break them. Move forward 50 yards. Move forward 50 yards. Looky here. Initial charge from Garnett. We'll have him on a defend command from here forward. Looking a little rough. Oof. Off we go here. Surrendered. No. Here maybe looking better. Armistead's going to need to come up. Here in a second, I think. Look at this. Okay. Ah, surrendered again. Sheesh. Yankee artillery's killing us. Charging. Charging. Across the board. Go, 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 go. Garnett. Sacrificial over here. And he's running back here trying to get Lou Armistead up. Armistead's going to come forward. It's the chaos ensues up at the wall. Looks like we did run off some of them. Oh my God, look at this. Let's go, boys. Let's go. That's the style. That's the style. Let's go. Come on, push him out of there. Oh, shoot. Okay, we got some of them to surrender, I think. Oh, sweet. You. Charge again. Ah, we're routed over here. Son of a gun. Garnett's brigade. Already a distant memory. All right, Armistead. You guys form up. Head in. Maybe Armistead can do the trick here. Armistead, let's take him off and then all-out attack. Hey, all right. Got Kemper trying to take care of that. We're going to send 2 of his other regiments over. We're going to go here. Start them in road column. And these guys, they'll try to tuck in kind of here. Yes. They're breaking! Ah. Garnett's brigade is absolute history. We're getting held up here. Come on, boys. This is where it starts to get tangled up. Good. That's fine. Keep on the move there. We'll take command of you again. Okay. Assault column, please. Just go there. No, don't want you to do that. Don't want you to go all the way over there. I want you to go there. Okay, this 57th Virginia. These boys are going to be clutch, I think. Oof. We need to get them right up in here. Come on, boys. Got to do the left oblique turns. Yes. Coming under range of canister fire. Yes, sir. What's happening, my boys? Head forward, boys. Head forward. What's happening to my boys? All the references to the movie are more than welcome. For sure. He's going to do all that out there. I mean, I'm just going to let that be, really. It's fine. Okay, Armistead, where are you? You get over here with the 57th. And we don't have command of this unit. We have command of this one. Got a volley up there with him. Let's go assault column straight through here. Double time. You can see what a slaughter this likely would have been in history. Here we go. Indeed it was, but we've got a little help coming. Come on, boys. Pickett's division just chewed up here. Oof, canister fire. We are firing on that gun, though. And then we got buddies coming in for a charge. Looks like right here. Oh, my. We'll charge with them. Go. Charge. Armistead's brigade charging. All across the line. Charge! Melee at the wall right there. Don't see a lot of enemy help in their rear. Need to get the rest of Armistead's brigade up. Ha! All right, let's go. Oh, a nasty, crazy fight right here at the wall. And we're going to charge through the second level here. I think the 57th... Oh, no, those are other troops over there. Looky here. Holy cow. Oh. Oh. Murder at the stone wall on Cemetery Ridge at Gettysburg. This is nuts. We're not even halfway through the fight. Holy cow. Oh, just an unbelievably bloody and terrible melee. We made this Union run off and surrender. Beautiful. Yes. Yes. Okay, get on this wall. Double time. Get on the wall. Form line. Yes! Made those troops surrender. All right, you guys, pull back. You guys, get on the wall. Double time. Form line. Double time. Yes! Armistead. Get up here. Get over here on the objective. Come on, man. Come on, man. These guys are retreating. But we've got the 14th Virginia coming up. Let's go, let's go. Holy smokes. Are we going to be able to get lucky here? Let's come here in a snow. Let's keep funneling guys this way. Toward the objective, right? Double time. Ah, shoot. Okay, troops retreated off the wall. Looks like they're routed. Broken. Damn it. And these guys are going to go all the way back, aren't they? Ah. These guys are hanging tough. Come on, boys. We need the 14th Virginia to save the day. Just get up on this wall. Start shooting. Kemper's brigade over here. Oh, not doing so hot. Handling the flank. Kinda. Alright, these boys. Stop. Wheel. These boys. Here. Here. Okay, these guys are on the wall. Stop. Line. Double time. Okay, get Armistead back up here. And we just lost the 9th Virginia. Shit. Got a volley out. Okay. We still just don't have quite enough troops up here to take the objective over. No, we can't go through there. Gosh darn it. Come on. Through here. No, through here. Go ahead, double time. Kemper's still alive. Oh, gosh, we got Union troops pushing hard on this right side. And that's where the Rebel artillery rolling ahead with the attack would have really come in handy. So, I mean, they are there. Doesn't seem like they're pouring much fire into this side, though. Come on, form line. Yo, Stoic! Glad to have you on board, dude. We are in the midst of Pickett's charge here. Cheers to all watching. We're nearing record and peak concurrence here on the channel, man. That's fun. Go, 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 go. Okay, we still don't have enough, apparently, up here. 42 casualties with 380 men on the wall. Right at the clump of trees, right? We don't have as many men near the objective as they do, so it's still contested. Seventh Virginia from Kemper's brigade is going to come up. Take a position on the wall. Ouch. Ugh. Come on, boys. Come on. Get on the wall. Stop. Good. All right, another Kemper's units. It's going to funnel through here. Falling back more here and here. These guys need to fall back. Armistead and Kemper. Some of his troops teaming up. Come on, boys, come on. And we're only halfway, we're not even halfway through the fight yet. It's a 1 hour scenario. If at the half-hour mark we're able to actually drive these fellas off and then hang on here with the 14th, somehow, maybe we'll get enough of the points, but I wouldn't say from the eye test that we'd be able to definitively claim success. It's tough to tell. We may end up sightseeing for the rest of the battle. You can see Pettigrew and Trimble's troops are still there. Yeah, 7th Virginia's getting nailed by artillery fire. Here's what we'll do. 11th Virginia. Let's see if we can weave up in right in here. Ouch. And then oh, hey. Stoic, good man. All right, we're going to form line right there on the wall. That's fine. Let's crowd troops in here. Why not? This is basically the rest of Pickett's division, these 3 regiments. That's about all we got. And here and here. Okay. Still can't control the objective yet. All right, they've been taking a lot of heat. We cleared out some of the troops from here. Was this attack doomed from the start? Indeed. I don't know. Let's charge. Here goes the 14th Virginia. Right here into the 72nd Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'm doing better than real life for now. Santain. I can feel proud of that, right? Oh my lord, looky here. Come on, boys. Come on. Break through that thin blue line. We got more men. Troops are seasoned. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. You can break them. They're breaking. Come on. That means I think we'll be able to take control of that right there. Oh, my goodness. That's off they go. All right. Okay, so we'll take this for just a moment. All right. No, actually, let's retreat. I don't know how far back they'll go. But now we've got the point. Excellent. Sweet. We just can't control any of these other units, gosh dang it. All right, we can control this one. So let's go ahead and let's have them come over here. Assault column. Go, go, go. 53rd Virginia from Armistead's brigade. So that wasn't Kemper. That was Armistead over there. So you got the rest of Kemper's troops over here. Looks like we got routed units here. And this AI 26 North Carolina is going to have to take care of these flankers. Damn it. Lost control of the objective again because the 14th backed up. Taking canister fire right at the wall. Whew. What a freaking slaughter right up there. That is so crazy. Insane. Insane. We were very aggressive in this playthrough right here. You know, maybe too aggressive. Pickett's charge is one of those on the Confederate side that, you know, you could easily want to fight over and over and over again. That's right, one regiment. That's as far as Armistead's troops were able to get. And it was the high water mark. They call it the high water mark of the whole Confederacy. How about that? Here we go. Here we go. We are now 3 minutes past halfway. We're going to get a regiment up here on the wall. And then maybe, just maybe, be able to hang tight. Come on, boys, get up there. On the wall. Line. Get out. Okay, they're rested. Now these guys are going to start taking it in the teeth. But again, we will get control of the objective. Armistead is here. Okay. Now, it's up to how bad this flanking Union flankers end up killing us here. We do have a lot of backup. Fair amount. Plenty of troops that have run off already, though. Shoot. I don't know. I don't know. The eye test tells me even if we did get the points that we're probably doomed. Yeah, we're already at negative 350 or 1350. I'm presuming anyway that we'll go ahead and rack up some points, but I'm going to push the plus button because I think this is kind of a foregone conclusion for the most part. I would love to charge all the way back into those guns, though. Okay, these guys are seasoned troops. Let's go ahead and run out this way. Let's go. They're still high morale, even though they took all that punishment. Says that they're fine. Oh! 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 Oh my God! Come on, guys! Oh, just ripping holes in the line. Oh, no, not a chance. Ah. What a freaking slaughter up here. This is crazy. Well, our aggressive approach didn't quite work out. Safe to say. This attack is done with, generally speaking. All right, well, we're already at negative 333 now. That's not bad. Again, one regiment of Armistead's brigade, holding it down right at the wall, right at the clump of trees. With the rest of the faltering attack just kind of guarding the flanks. I mean, we got a lot of troops back here still. Got a lot of guns. But we'll be moving time ahead a little bit more quickly. We got Yankees now advancing on us. We're at minus 71 even though we're on the wall. A lot of artillery coming in on us, I bet. Got our Armistead right here. Cheering the boys on. Woo! Yeah! Here's where it... Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh! Myrtleizing. That's the style, Lo! That's right. Where am I? I'm back here. That's the style, Lo! That's the style! Oh, looking at those troops up there. Just eating it. Just eating it. You can zoom in on it. Nuts. Got a lot of backup. They're just not doing anything. Not performing so well. All right, we're contested again. So we were able to get 408 points. That's going to go down steadily now. We don't have quite enough troops near the objective. They advanced close enough to it. They've got another couple of regiments that are close enough to it now. So guess what we're going to do? Charge these fuckers. Let's go. Go with your boys. Go with your boys. No! Armistead, go with your boys! There we go. Crazy, nasty melee inside the enemy defenses, and off we go. Still confident, but we lose that melee. And we're going to go hold at all costs with Armistead from here forward. Will he get himself killed? Ooh. Ooh. Yep. He's going to get out of there. Whew. As the rest of the attack falls apart. And the rest of our digital playthrough of the historic Pickett's charge is going to be pretty much a foregone conclusion, as I'd kind of expected. General Pickett, you must tend to your division.
General Lee, I have no division.
Indeed. Well, 317, 316, yeah, we'll suffer a major defeat. That's as good as they did in history. I did manage to get more than just one regiment up to the wall. That's good. But Pickett's division is done for today. Whew. Man. All right. We'll take this into the scenario. We'll go fast, 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 fast. Still playing over here, kind of. I'll let you guys watch this kind of roll for a little bit. I need to refill. Boop. Okay. And here come the enemy down off the wall and a little bit down off the ridge. Running the rest of us off. Sheesh. Not much left back here. Excuse me. Let us reform and try again. Will the game even allow you to take the hill, Stoke? That's a great question. It says that if you can get 6,000 or more, you have a victory. I hate the way that my blue shirt looks. The collar's messed up. Sorry about that, guys. It says that you can get a victory, but this isn't one of those where you have to, as far as I understand anyway. This one's just kind of for fun. You know, you can recreate a little history by losing in historic style. Sweeping them, sweeping them. Now, we're going to end up with 265 points. You got these aggressive Yankees that are coming down at us with their skirmishers, goddammit. I think that's the other thing that I would... I'm so tired. So very, very tired. God, it's making me want to go watch that movie after this, though. All right. Yeah, major defeat. We were expecting that, right? Kind of. Yeah, okay. We'll start on the recording here. And there you have that, man. I mean, I'm glad I ended up on the positive side of the points at least. I feel pretty good about that. And the Union wins this one. Too bad. We'll save the replay anyway. Check the stats. Let's do this. Pickett, original strength 5,000 and lost over half. Killed 1,400 enemy. And, yeah. So, you got an hour to play with. I'd say maybe a less aggressive approach would be better. It's just standing out there and shooting for a long time. That's a tough ask. Just a tough ask. So, let's go ahead. Let's quit the field on that one. Next will be... Oh, hey, okay. This is another 1 hour. But this time, we'll do the entire charge only in command of Armistead's brigade. So, maybe we manage to get 6,000 on this one. I doubt it. So, here we have Armistead's brigade. Well, you better believe we're going to try to read a little bit of biographical information. It's part of the channel. We try to share a little bit of history here, make it educational. Brigadier General Lewis A. Armistead, commander of 3rd Brigade, Pickett's Division, 1st Corps Army, Northern Virginia. Lewis Armistead nearly scuttled his military career when he broke a plate over the head of a fellow cadet, Jubal Early, and was expelled from West Point. He was, however, commissioned directly into the infantry in 1839 and served in the Mexican War, being wounded at Chapultepec and earning 2 brevets. He resigned his captaincy on May 26, 1861, heading back east to offer his services to the Confederacy when war broke out. His assignments included Major Infantry from March 16, 1861, then Colonel 57th Virginia, September 23, 1861, Brigadier General CSA, April 1st, 1862, commanding Brigade, Department of Norfolk, April 1st through 12th, 1862, commanding brigade in Huger's division, Department of Northern Virginia, April 12th to July 1862 during the 7 days. Commanding a brigade of Anderson's division, 1st Corps Army of Northern Virginia, July through September 1862. I believe he was wounded at Antietam or Sharpsburg. Commanding brigade Pickett's division during the Battle of Gettysburg, where he was killed. After serving in Western Virginia, he was given command of a brigade in the Norfolk area, later served with it on the peninsula, seeing action at Seven Pines in the 7 days. He fought at Second Bull Run and Antietam, where he was wounded. After being lightly engaged at Fredericksburg, Armistead went to southeastern Virginia, his home state, with Longstreet. Returning for the invasion of Pennsylvania, he fell mortally wounded among the guns of Cushing's battery during Pickett's charge at Gettysburg. He died 2 days later in Union hands. Those, I would love to watch about those last 2 days for Armistead and what was recorded about how that all happened as he was on his deathbed. But let's fight it again here. Man, Pickett's charge, that's one of those Valhalla things. Like, you just keep going and going and just fight it over and over and over and over again. Probably get the same result every time, but you have a blast doing it. All right. You got Kemper stepping off. We'll wait on Garnett. Let's go plus time on it. We'll go a little faster. General Armistead, you may advance your brigade. Keep your line to the left of Kemper and behind Garnett. Do not stop until you take the Federal guns on that ridge. Major General George Pickett. All of Virginia is with you here today. What is it that Armistead says in the movie? For your lands, for your wives, for your sweethearts, something. Forward, march! Love that part. That's what I'll do. I'll go back and I'll watch the part of Gettysburg with Pickett's charge. All right, Garnett, you going to get going here? It's going to be hard for me to stay to the left of Kemper when he's moving way off to the left. Okay, he's forming up a line up there. Okay. This will be a fun test of how the AI does. There goes Garnett. Very well. Here we go. Left oblique, then direct, then left oblique again. For Virginia! Yeah, you got that right, Stoic. Let's come over here. Stay behind Garnett. We're performative here on the channel, right? All kinds of fun. Oh my, look at this. Okay, we got 8 folks in on the stream right now. We are nearly tied on the record peak concurrence on any stream. If we get 10 tonight, we'll beat it. Garnett, where are you going, man? Kemper, where are you going? Where the hell are they going? Where are you guys headed? This is kind of funny. Huh. Well, they're shifting way off to the left there. I guess maybe they open it up for me to go right at the objective here, or what? I'd love to RP it, you know, and do as ordered. Retrieve my book from the back. General, I don't believe I will have time to read that today. Oh. Forget, he calls a name, some staffer. John boy, retrieve my book from the back. All right, here we go, finally. So that's one where he wanted to move his brigade. I'm almost positive, Garnett. He wanted to move it up here. And since these troops were in his way, it was telling him he had to go over here first and then redirect. And then here comes Kempa redirecting. All right, we'll slow it back down again to real time. Charge always looks cool when it's first going out. There we go. Trimble's troops, I do believe. Kempa. Yes, Antane. Taking them left obliques too serious. My God. Parted the Red Sea. We shall form line. I'll tell you what, let's form double line. See how we do this time. Get formed up, boys. Kind of doing the same thing that we did before. And I think on this one, with the AI control and some of the other stuff, that we'll be back here sightseeing for a bunch of it. Okay, we're just going to go forward 500 yards. And then, you know, we'll stop when it looks good to stop. Might have a good screenshot right here. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. I drink this beer, I get real belchy. Sorry about that, guys. Once again, do appreciate all you guys hanging with me tonight. You're the best. Nothing like a Monday night wargaming session with some fellow groggies, man. Appreciate all your comments, all your feedback. I would say so many people, I think, are watching some of the videos who enjoy the content, who are regulars to the channel, and are probably forgetting to do me the favor, if you have it in your heart to do so, to click that thumbs up button. That helps grow the community. Would certainly remind and encourage for you to jump on that, and appreciate you for doing so. All right, Kemper dealing with all these fellas out here. That's correct for him to do, I guess you could say. Okay. Centane, yeah, I saw the extended cut, and I always did like that version of Gettysburg better, for sure. And I know about the scene you're talking about, Fremantle and Longstreet discussing. It was kind of funny. Like, the part in the movie that gets kind of funny is Longstreet is trying to explain to Fremantle what his opinion about the way things should have been fought was and how it was likely better. But Fremantle that entire time is glowing about how genius it is that Lee is making an attack that Longstreet disagrees with. So you're kind of left there kind of going like, Fremantle, you realize like what he was saying, right? Or like why, like what? But I guess, you know, Fremantle's in a position where he's there at General Lee's pleasure, kind of. So he still has to kiss General Lee's ass. You know, it's kind of a funny scene. I remember that one. I like that. Gettysburg is a real achievement in filmmaking when it comes to portraying history. Good. Kemper moving over here on this side. That's it's good for him to be doing. Trying to fend off these boys and probably spreading out some of their artillery fire. We got Garnett engaged with the guys on the wall. I mean, General Armistead, I need support. My men are falling fast. They're flanking my right. We're being mowed down like wheat, General James Kemper. You got to come up and help us. All right, let's go on the double time. At the double quick. Forward. But at the double quick. We'll go forward at the double quick. Everybody goes. Nobody waits. Everybody goes. Yeah. With those messages, they're trying to immerse you a little bit there. Let's go stop. We'll go back to a march. We don't want to get too exhausted. All right, Garnett's up there doing some work. Let's go ahead and have these guys stop, lay down. These guys stop, lay down. Stop, lay down. You know, technically we're in reserve, right? Now, we could let Garnett and the rest of the infantry fight for the objective, maybe, and then target our brigade more over toward this artillery here, maybe. The more I think about it, the more I want to do that. Okay, you stop. So why don't we bring this regiment? You guys stop, lay down. So let's form assault columns here and here. And here and here. And then we're going to go right up at this group of guns. We're going to see how we do here. Right there. Right here. Right here. And right here. Kemper seems to be doing all right over this way. You got Garnett. We'll still have the 57th Virginia available to Garnett, you know, to help in the back line of this advance. Well, it's funny about it. So yeah, Garnett did it. He went out going into canister fire. And I think what you had were a bunch of the Confederate officers and men who knew what the nature of this was going to be. And you might have had some of them when they got up there. And the hail of bullets and canister fire was just putting guys down left and right. And, you know, guts and arms and limbs are going everywhere. And, you know, it's real easy to get a death wish right about then. Head on toward the enemy and die well. Hey, there it is. There's 9. We've tied the peak concurrence record for the channel on stream. That's huge. Thank you guys so much. See if we get to 10, we'll make the record. All right, it'd be nice if we could get these guys up here and kind of firing from just behind. Maybe we'll do that. You guys get in your line. Maybe try to be a little bit more realistic here. Gettysburg watch party, right? Hey, maybe we'll do that. Just stream it, right? And just watch it. Cut it in 2 parts. And just do kind of like a quasi-reaction video. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get these guys right up here. Let's fit these guys in right in here. And Armistead's brigade will just come right up this way. My idea will be, as was ordered, go after these guns. Okay, halt. Halt. Now you guys come here. You guys come here. Armistead, get you right in the thick of it. 57th Virginia is going to stand up, form up. As Garnett begins to break. Hey, Santane watching on 2 different devices for me. That's what I'm talking about, guy. I like that. That's commitment. Appreciate you. And there it is, baby. With those 2 extra devices. 11 peak concurrence for the stream. That's a record. Yeah, I'll take it. Anybody wants to do that for me, I appreciate it, man. YouTube don't care. Algorithm don't care. It just sees the numbers, baby. Excellent. All right, we're just going to get Armistead damn near his whole brigade up here firing. See if we can keep from masking anybody here. Stop. Excellent. These guys are still able to fire over this way. Okay, cool. All right, now, we're not going to stand here, though. We're going to advance. We're going to advance. We're going to advance. Halt. Advance across the board here. Woo, Nelly. Kempa, watching the flank there. Looks like still not doing so hot over that way. Ninth Virginia, I might sneak them out from behind and charge. We'll see. Come on up, 57th Virginia. Whoa, my, we got 13 now. Oh, wow, we smashed the record tonight. Holy smokes. Generals can die in this game, yes. If you get them, a lot of times, it's hard. It's pretty hard. But the AI generals will kind of be dumb and get themselves in the wrong spot. That happens plenty of the time. $15 now. Beautiful, man. This is great. This has always been a top performing gameplay title on the channel, man. It's kind of, like I've said before, it's kind of OG for Ultimate History Gaming and me, Bank 60s. This was the title that started it all, baby. Keep on firing, keep on pushing. How we doing? Morale's still high, but we're losing a ton of troops over here. I'm thinking that front line about halfway now. Phew, golly. There's just nobody left, man. But with this unit, no, we're not going to be able to see anybody. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Can we go forward 100 yards? No. We have to go around. Okay, so no, stop. Oof. Oof. Okay, we're routed on the right side there. That's no big surprise. Okay, we need to charge. We need to charge. We need to charge. Charge. All across the line. We're going to go all the way over here. Get up there, help your boys out. You guys charge. Armistead's whole brigade. Engage it in melee. What's left of them? Here about the halfway point. Charge up to the wall, boys, god dang it. Look at all those Yankees, they're still there. Woo! Let's go. Over the wall, god dang it, get them flags across. Stab and twist. Hey, success over here. All right. Till now. Off they go. Okay, off we go. And they're surrendered. Hey, we made them surrender right there. They made another one of ours surrender, though. I'm going to charge again. Right here. Oh, nasty. Nasty melee right at there. Eesh. That'll be the last of Armistead's troops. Oh, golly. That just did not take long to lose all those men. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Just a tough one to win, and you don't get a lot of help over here. That's too bad, I would say. Kemper's still alive, but I think he's lost a good portion of his troops too. Dink. And a negative 898 on the scenario is not special. Oh my gosh. That's excellent, man. Whew, well, maybe indeed we'll try to get a Gettysburg watch through at some point. Yeah, Stoic, I agree. This and Grand Tactician, they're made by folks who I think had themselves played some of Sid Meier's Gettysburg and some of the Sid Meier's titles. I think he did some Napoleonic stuff too. Sid Meier's, his products were kind of this epic scale and realism in its infancy in video gaming, and you know, the technology that was available back then. Sid Meier's products were probably about the best that you could really ever do. But what I would say is that Norb Timko and his team with Scourge of War, well, you know, originally Take Command and then Scourge of War, just took it up another several notches. I think the thing that I love the best is the real-time aspect of it, where you're going second by second in real time. And then I also like how much larger that you can make the units and how much broader in scale everything appears here in Scourge of War. So again, they kind of took that Sid Meier's concept and they upped it. They upped the ante with everything in a way that I have always loved ever since I was a little kid. It's the reason why I took to the Civil War like I did. Well, first of all, it's the most important conflict ever in American history, and so that was kind of chief among the reasons why I became so into it. But the grand, scale of troops everywhere and lines of guys and cannons everywhere and flags and all the rest, just a really great traditional battle scene. And I think this game, one cannon is one cannon. When I saw this the very first time, I was blown away. I was like, oh my God. Ooh, is the 20th Maine somewhere back there? Santain? I don't know. 1st Minnesota, 19th Maine, 82nd New York, 19th Massachusetts, 42nd, 59th, not here. Maybe here. 71st, 106th, 142nd, 21st, 1st Delaware, 14th Connecticut. I don't know. Here or here. By the way, I'm going to push the plus button a couple of times here. We'll get through it. That wouldn't be back there. Irish Brigade. So these 2nd Corps troops are here. Huh. Yeah, I mean, the 20th Maine did get repositioned to the center of the line. I think that was historically correct. Underneath New York. 14th Indiana. 120th. Yeah, I don't know. That would be super cool if the 20th Maine showed up here, though. But Pickett's charge, doomed from the start here in game this time around, that's for sure. That scene, there'll be the devil to pay, the high ground. That's some of the best acting I've seen. Really, I think it was some of the best acting in the entire Gettysburg movie by Sam Elliott. Is that it? I've said this before, Stoic, is that I kind of like Grand Tech. I like Grand Tactician as a sit down, have a session, and play a game. I like it better for that. I like the broader scope of the campaign. This game isn't really one for a campaign. I like the ability to be able to play my own, alt history version of the whole shooting match in terms of the whole war. I like all that. I like all that better, I would say. I think I like the graphics better. I like the user interface generally. Again, just a whole lot of the gameplay elements of Grand Tactician and the grandness of it. I do love the way that they do the battle map where you're zoomed out and you can see it's more like a paper map and the lines on there that look real representative of the way that they drew up their own battle maps back then. But, and I've said this before, I love this game for what it shows of all of this here. And just the atmosphere, when you get the sound pumping in your ears, and that's one thing I think that they nailed with this one was the sound is on point. If the visuals aren't stunning, you know, and they really aren't. It's 2D, right? Whatever. But the sound is excellent. The tactics are very realistic. The battle, the combat simulation of the Civil War period, which is the thing that I love the most, and to try to portray what it was that the average poor bastards on you know, in the ranks here had to deal with on a day-to-day. That is what I love about what they show here. And I want to, in the future, I want to get more into where I'm doing sandbox battles with entire corps and do actions that are kind of like that, and play like little made-up battles with entire corps to show you just how epic it can be with you in command of it all. I think there's a 10-mile map of Gettysburg, or there's a gigantic map of Gettysburg where you could actually do an army versus army. That is something that's probably a bit unwieldy, I will say. Probably a bit much. But there's more than just the Civil War product, right? I love also the way they portray Napoleonic combat in the 19th century era. And there's a Scourge of War for Waterloo, the 100 Days, and there's even some mods that help extend that gameplay onto some other battles as well. And so you can bet you're going to see me playing that content too. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You find the guy that's from your state, play with him. I dig that. Had some Union counterattacking there. Get driven off. Yeah, that's the way I would put it, Stoic, is I think the immersion in this game. I'll never forget the first time I played my old version of my old copy, the original Scourge of War Gettysburg. I played the Antietam battle, full battle as the Confederates, and I'll admit to you that I'd taken a little ganja at the same time, or just before I played, and I mean, I was able to almost, I felt like, just gain a greater appreciation of what it was that these dudes all had to deal with, the way it looked. You know, it helped me see what it was I'd really only read about and watched on battle maps with animated little lines moving back and forth and things. This helped me see a little bit closer what it was really like for the troops and the commanders on the ground, what challenges they really faced tactically in combat situations in this era. No game like it, this one, for that at all. Oh, dude, the free demo for this game, I played Take Command First Bull Run. I don't even know if you know what that is. Take Command First Bull Run was the Battle of Bull Run with this engine way back in, I don't even know, 2009, 2008, 2009? I played that. I played Take Command Second Manassas. A little bit after that, I kind of got away from it for a while, and I ended up getting Scourge of War Gettysburg, and I played some of it. And by the way, this is all when I was still learning. It's taken me, the learning curve for this game, it's taken me years to figure out how to play this game right. Empire Total War, it's one of the best Total War games. It's probably the best Total War game ever made, on the whole. I got tired of the Total War campaigns, though. I really did. They're very playable, extremely broad appeal, very, very playable. The graphics, of course. It's just that I've been playing games ever since I was in my teenage years, and I guess I was in my Total War phase from Rome Total War in about 2004 up to about when I discovered this game, and also when I discovered a couple of other games that took the strategic piece, the campaign element, and opened the box up on that a whole lot more. Crusader Kings 2, Crusader Kings 3, all of the Paradox titles, Europa Universalis, those basically made Total War seem like child's play. And so I got real in, because I love the complexity. I love complex systems and the little deet of this and the deal of that, and then the change of this and the change of that, and then Victoria 2, Victoria Revolutions. All of those games kind of moved me off of Total War almost entirely. I don't think I played really Total War in a meaningful way. I don't know. It's probably been 15 years. Yeah, here we go. Major defeat. No surprise there. Once again, I had fun, man. Did have fun. That, I think, will do it for the scenarios in Scourge of War for tonight. Sheesh. Maybe we'll try those again at some point down the line. Not a ton of tips and tricks there. A whole lot of sightseeing, I guess you might say. But what a good time, man. Appreciate everybody for diving in on the stream tonight. We got to 15 concurrents. That's the record, and that, I don't think that's ever going to get beat. We had folks watching on multiple devices and all the rest. You guys are the best, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please do, if you haven't already, go ahead, get down there and smash that thumbs up button for me. That's a big help. And then if you're brand new and you happen to be on the stream tonight, hit that subscribe button or follow the link below. We do have memberships unlocked. Little as $2 a month gets you all kinds of cool perks, and we'll get new videos out to you sooner than everybody else. I think that's going to do it for the stream tonight, guys. A little bit shorter than we have done before. I got to try to get some sleep. Whew. Been a long one today. Appreciate you guys once again. Thank you for joining on tonight. We're going to do this again in a couple of nights, and I promise what we're going to do is get back to my Grand Tactician campaign. The Union campaign in Grand Tactician is going splendidly. It's very fun, very interesting. I believe we'll probably get to another major battle by then. But until then, I am Bank 60s thanking you once more, and we'll see you on the next one.